Hey, Storytelling Ron. I want to show you how I'm going to do this next adventure in a swamp and how I prepare for it, the artwork, the battle maps that I'm doing. So I just want to show you this so you can kind of get a feel for if you do this. And on a previous video, I have my widescreen D&D video showing the screen I'll be using. So if you want to watch that one to see how I do this as well, because I'll kind of be referring to that image. Eventually I'll probably do a little more video of the actual screen itself, but for now I'm just going to show you this. This is check this out. This is a very big map. It's this is like, let me see the image size. This map is let me go with canvas. Canvas size is 100 inches by 56 inches. Yeah, it's pretty big. It's only 72 dots. You know, the not 300. Like 300 is typical for print, but I made it 72 because I did have it at 300 and it was massive. My computer was dying, so I moved it down to 72, and 72 looks fine. And obviously this is not for print; it's just for the screen, and this is very manageable. And you don't need a 100 by 56, which is a 16:9 ratio, but you don't need that. I just did it because I wanted to. But on the screen, it'll so let me explain what I'll be doing. You can see the navigator here has this little thing here so it shows you where it is on the map. And let me show you how I made this map, by the way. I use Heroic Maps on DM's Guild, and their stuff is great. It's simple but great. It has that sort of CG quality to it. And here's the actual map. Let me see. Yeah, here it is. This is the actual map that I use. It's one of the Wild Places one. This is literally all. You see, I made it bigger because the scale isn't exactly important for the miniatures. This obviously can be any scale really. I made it sort of bigger, and then I of course just did the whole stamping and repeat and changing it around. And I wanted more water because of the adventure they're in a boat traveling through the swamp to get somewhere. And I'm going to have encounters along the way before they get to their location. So I made this big map using that. And then another thing is, obviously I don't use grid. I don't have a grid on here, like as far as actual artwork, because I'm using Photoshop's show grid, 1-inch grid. So there it is. So when I get to put this on the tabletop screen that I use, which is like a 44-inch screen, it'll probably be around this size on that screen. And here's what I do too. I will take this actual window, although that one's for later, hold on. Yeah, not that one. I'll show that one in a sec. I'll take this actual window and move it over to the other screen, to the larger screen, because I'll have it. I'm using a laptop, and I'll have this one over there for the players to see. But this will stay on my laptop, the little navigator. All the tools stay on my laptop screen, whereas this window itself will be over over there so they can see it. So I will be able to move this around as they travel along the swamp. And so they get, I'll reveal only what's on the TV screen, and everything else is misty and it's a northern cold, misty kind of swamp. But it's going to be a lot of fun because I'm going to start them off, in one corner, and they basically got to get to the other sort of diagonal corner. And I'm going to put stuff in here. I'm going to put stuff that they're going to want to avoid. Gianty, like ogre, maybe an Etten, splashing through and fishing or searching for stuff. I'll have some crocodiles. I'll probably fix this up. There's a little bit of little borders, but that's not a big deal either. But this is gonna be a lot of fun. I'm gonna put I might put a larger land area, like so that they know they have to go around it, and then something like an Etten or giant living there, or a hut, or a scary looking hut. But this is gonna be this is going to be a fun little adventure. Now, after they get through this, or rather it's my wife. That's right. I'm going to have to do a video on this, but I'm doing like a date night D&D with my wife. And it's a very romantic, she's a princess. there's a lot of NPCs obviously, but I just wanted to try this with her. But anyway, it's really cool what we're doing. And I mean I have a group thing, but with my daughters right now, and I plan on doing like an online or go back to what I used to do, but for now I'm kind of sticking with this. Okay, so here's the oh, and also I'm going to see if I write this into a story, like a high romance fantasy story. So we'll see. I'll write a book on it. And I'm using just the tropes, just total fantasy tropes. I'm a very simple guy when I write my stuff. I don't like do anything too twisty or crazy. I just like the basics. Okay, so this is the regular swamp they're going to get through. And then this is the second part where they get through the swamp. And I guess I'll zoom out so you can see. Now this is another map from Heroic Maps. It's a castle. It's called Langstone's Castle Ruins. And I just plopped it down and kind of mixed in the swamp with using stamp. And then this here, just so you see, this I'm gonna do another review, is Black Scroll artwork maps, and obviously they're way more detailed and pretty cool. I really like this guy's stuff, and I bought this on DM's Guild as well. Black Scroll something, or Black Scroll, I can't remember, and the Heroic Maps. But I cut out basically his little town stuff to put in here to represent the settlement. I fit the blacksmith was actually an actual building, but I cut and pasted, and moved it around a bit. I mean, I love his work. I would use it just as is, but for this, I needed to make more of a camp, kind of like a temporary settlement, and there's people sleeping, little areas. So that's what I did with that layer to make that. Just basics. It's going to be like, because it's kind of like a hidden campsite. So that's what I did for there. Here, let me just show you the different layers. You can see kind of how so yeah, there's that. I just kind of copied it over. This is, obviously this part. I just kind of stretched it out and added that to it. So this is the second part where they come here, and then of course there's going to be an ambush at some or attack or something, and the villagers are going to have to help each other. Well, it's not a village; it's a campsite in the swamp. Kind of a hidden camp thing. But yeah, I just want to show you how I do my battle maps now, and I'm really excited about it. And again, I probably won't do this size all the time, but boy, do I like this size. 100 by 56 is pretty cool. We'll see how it goes, but I just wanted to show you how I'm doing battle maps now and how you can do them. And you can do this in GIMP too. I think GIMP is free. It's I just have all the different. I use quite a few of the Adobe ones for work and for this, so I enjoy using it. But yeah, it's expensive, man. It's a bummer how much it costs for it. The main reason I went back to Photoshop from GIMP was just the feel of the pen. Not that I'm a great drawer or anything, illustrator or anything, but the feel of the pen and brush in Photoshop was just so much nicer than it is in GIMP. But I am not an illustrator or a draw. It's kind of funny. I don't do artwork. I mean, I do draw and stuff, but it's all kind of silly amateur stuff. It's not even what I use it for. But anyway, so yeah, this is the basic map. Huge. It's going to be fun. You can see. And then going to this map. And let me zoom out to what that would be. That would be about here. Grid. I'm just trying to look like on the screen. It's about this size, the grid. So the 1 inch. But she's going to come along and, have her come in. And at some point, and it's so easy to zoom out, let her see the big picture, and then zoom in. So it's gonna be fun. Date night, man. Date night D&D. I got to do a video on that. It's the first night of it was really cool. I really enjoyed doing it with my wife. Okay, that's the video, just to see what someone else does with D&D stuff.